Yeah, hi. Yeah, this is a very serious video. Obviously, this is a sort of parody channel, and we like to, take the Mickey and stuff. But this is very serious. I just found this out through Boxing News, actually. Um, so Tony Cesay. They used to call him Tony Cesay, but I think it's pronounced Cesay. So he's been unfortunately diagnosed with motor neuron disease, which is a very debilitating disease on the body and the mind. You know, if you look into it, the symptoms are very cruel. You know, you get your muscle wastes away. It affects your brain. If you look at the NHS, it says you can, all kinds of symptoms like difficulty stopping yourself from crying or laughing in inappropriate situations. I never knew that. Muscle cramps, twitches, a weak grip, you drop things. I actually knew someone had motor neuron disease and he would drop, stuff quite a lot. Slurred speech, weakness in the legs, so you find it difficult to walk. Easier affects older adults in their 60s and 70s. I think Tony's in his 50s. Yeah, it's extremely sad. Tony Cesay was very, very well liked in the amateur community. Very well liked. I met him a few times, and I met him out, and outside boxing too. He stayed amateur. He never went pro, which I think is a good decision. I mean, he won the ABAs, yeah, back, and these were the days before. This is when everyone entered the ABAs, before they had the sort of the UK team. If you're on the Great Britain or whatever team, they don't put you in the ABAs anymore. You do your own thing. You fight at international level. But back in the day, all the top guys would enter the ABA. Yeah, it's very sad to see. He won the ABA welterweight title in 1999 at Repton. He was a club captain at Repton, and Repton's is obviously one of the most well-known clubs that turns out champions after champions after champions. Loads. It's not even point thinking of it. I mean, off the top of my head, obviously Audley Harrison, Darren Barker, loads of people. Tony Cesay also boxed in the World Championships, and also at the Commonwealth Games. He got to the quarterfinal. He was representing Sierra Leone, though, which is the country his parents were from. He got to the quarterfinals and he lost to Daniel Gill, the future world champion. So he boxed at a high level, international level. Obviously the amateur, as I said, BoxRec, the amateur careers, especially back in the day, fighters are not complete, so you can't see a lot on them. But he boxed at international level. He won the ABAs. He was one fight away from winning a medal at the Commonwealth Games. And he's just a lovely guy. He did a lot for his parents' home country, Sierra Leone, as I understand. So he needs a special bed, for disease. So did they? Excuse me. Sorry, I get a bit emotional. Why? Because it's always I hate to see the good people suffer. Errol Christie, he died of cancer some years ago. When I first started to box, I trained with him. He just took me on the pads and trained with him and sparred, and he watched me spar. And he was always a lovely guy, smiling, always smiling. Errol Christie, laughing at all the jokes. He was a pleasure to be around. It was such a shame when he passed. Why is it with the good people, man? The girlfriends I had, their fathers passed away in their 50s. They're lovely, man. It's just, I don't know, man. Life can be so cruel sometimes. But so I'm putting this video up mainly for anyone who sees it, right? In the description, there's a GoFundMe. Okay, I'm gonna give to it. There's a GoFundMe to get this bed for Tony. So they're looking to get £4,000. So the in the description you can see the link to the GoFundMe. So please, if you got any spare cash, drop a few quid to Tony. It's a terrible disease, motor neuron disease. It just takes away everything from you, you know, and unfortunately reduces your life expectancy. So, yeah, please, do anything you can. If you have social media, which I don't, of course, but try and put that link up, put that GoFundMe link up below, right? So we can get this paid for quickly. There's a lot of guys supporting Tony, like Kevin Mitchell, Colin Sweetsy McMillan. He had loads of friends in boxing, obviously, because he was a lovely guy. I also fought David Walker. You know, they had fights. They had great fights in the ABAs. So, yeah, I mean, it's a heavy heart when we find this out. I don't know when he was diagnosed. I don't know. I've looked, and there's been a couple of videos from a couple of weeks ago online talking about it, but I don't know. But yeah. Please, I'm pray. I mean, when I say this, I'm saying it seriously. I'm a Christian, obviously, so I'll pray for him, and people can give prayers. You know, they always say thoughts and prayers, but I'm being serious. And give some money to his thing. God bless Tony Cesay. Okay, thanks, guys. Oh yeah. Well, there's a final thing I need to mention. So Michael Lomax, who's ABA welterweight champion, 2002. So, and has organised a night for Tony. This is just the details from Boxing News, called "This Is Your Life" night for Tony Cesay at the popular Blackwall and District Rowing Club on Saturday, March the 15th. So if anyone lives around there, then please turn up. I'm assuming they will collect money to help Tony. So yeah, if you're around, go and see that, or just hit the GoFundMe in the description below. Okay, thank you.